On the IGCSE Edexcel paper, I do usually find that students cannot recognise graphs. Right, let me talk you through what you should know and then what we can work out. These are all reciprocal graphs. What does reciprocal mean? Reciprocal means 1 divided by a number. So what is the reciprocal of 4? 1 divided by 4. What's the reciprocal of 6? 1 divided by 6. You should be able to recognise a reciprocal graph. So if y is equal to 1 over x, you should have this kind of committed to memory. The graph would look like this. So here, graph A is 1 over x. Okay, let's have a look at graph C now. We discussed the graph A was y equals 1 over x. This is actually the graph of y equals minus 1 over x. And it is a reflection of A in the x-axis. Let me explain why. So let's take this graph at the top, y equals 1 over x. If x is 2, y would be a half. Let's just see these points here. Say that's 2, x is 2, y is a half, let's say. Haven't got a scale on the x and y axis, but let's just kind of generalize those points there. Now, if I was going to put that x value into the function y equals minus 1 over x, x is 2 we said, didn't we? Well, y would be minus a half, so x is 2, y is minus a half. Can you see it's flipped in your x-axis? And that would be true of all of your points, which is why you'd have the graph in C. Now let's consider the function y equals 1 over x squared. Okay, so for positive values of x, that's going to be very similar to our graph A. Because let's say, I don't know, x is 1, for example. For the graph y equals 1 over x, y would just be 1 over 1, which is 1. For the graph y equals 1 over x squared, 1 squared is 1, it would still be 1 over 1. And if you put your values in, you'd find something similar happen. It wouldn't give you the exact same answer. It would give you a value of x squared, but you would still get a pattern of numbers like this for the y value. What about on negative values of x? Well, if we square a negative number, it is positive, isn't it? Can you see that's why all our y answers are positive? Here they're negative, here they're positive. So this is y equals 1 over x squared. And then, okay, right down the left of the graph that could have the equation y equals minus 1 over x squared. Can you see it'd have to be D? We deduce that B is y equals 1 over x squared, but a negative would be a reflection in your x-axis. So that is why this is the letter for D. That's your function there.